Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sawadika, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and welcome back to the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. I am Sania Kakao and very pleased to be your master of ceremonies today. And now we are back together in one main hall as we move into the next key session of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to a session, Sharia and Science for Green Halal Integrity. This session explores how Islamic jurisprudence and science work hand in hand to ensure transparency, credibility, and trust in green halal practices. And now, it is my honor to invite our speakers. First, may I invite our distinguished speaker, His Excellency Mr. Ihsan Orud, Secretary General the Standards and Metrology Institute for the Islamic countries, to the stage. A big round of applause, please. And next, may I invite the following speaker. Please welcome Engineer Motab Al-Mezani, Director General DCC Accreditation Center, DAC, Saudi Arabia. And next, may I invite Professor Dr. Irwandi Daswir, Dean for Academic Research and Publication at INHART, the International Islamic University, Malaysia. And next, may I invite our speaker, Assistant Professor Dr. Shahra Al-Qarusi, Lecturer of Food, Microbiology and Biotechnology, College of Agricultural and Marine Sciences, Sultan Qaboos University, Oman. And our chairperson for this session is a scholar with extensive expertise in biochemistry, molecular biology, and biotechnology, with strong academic and research experience at leading institutions in Thailand. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to invite Dr. Simap Kanwa, lecturer at the Institute of Nutrition, Mahidol University, and adjunct faculty at Mahidol University International College, to share this session. Please proceed.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah to all of the audiences. Swadika, and a very good afternoon to everybody. I would like to welcome all of you again to the last session of our second day of Halal Science Conference, and congratulations to you make it to the last session, to the last day, but not the least. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. I hope all of you are safe and enjoying this fantastic program which the organizers have put together greatly. I welcome all of you again and all of those colleagues that we are able to meet and see every year on this great occasion. And it's great effort of the organizers of this conference to put this event flawlessly and excellently every year to the theme of the halal science. And for this year, very much relevant to the green halal and sustainability that is indeed the requirement and need of this time, as well as for the research that is ongoing nowadays in life sciences, in social sciences, and also in the AI and machine learning era. So this year's theme, the Green Halal Beyond Sustainability, is definitely particularly important as it highlights the evolving requirement and responsibility of halal science. And for today, it's a pleasure for me to chair the current session that is entitling the Sharia and Science for Green Halal Integrity, that explores the essential integration of Islamic jurisprudence with scientific innovation to ensure that halal practices uphold environmental responsibility as well. And there is a requirement for ethical production and societal well-being in this area. By aligning Sharia with principles with the evidence-based science, This section will highlight a holistic approach to halal integrity that goes beyond compliance, fostering sustainable and responsible systems for the future. So without further delay, I would like to invite our honorable and respectable speakers one by one. We really have a great panel over here from around the world, from different great organizations that shall be sharing their views and their insight on this topic. So, ladies and gentlemen, our first honorable speaker is His Excellency Mr. Ehsan Uwad. He is Secretary General of the Standards and Metrology Institute for the Islamic Countries, SMIIC. His approach to SMIIC relies on the institutionalization of professional administration of SMIIC on both technical, administrative, and he's working intensively to accomplish this goal. So please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Ehsan Uwad. We will be hearing today his insight on the topic of green halal. Please welcome.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable participants, dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon. Jummah Mubarak. It's a great honor to be part of the Green Halal discussion in this panel. I believe that we will have a very enriching session. So today I will try to answer a couple of questions regarding Green Halal with my presentations. The idea of Green Halal basically shows how will Islamic values and sustainable living go together. In Islam, taking care of the environment is seen as an important responsibility that humans are trusted with, and green halal with integrity naturally includes environmental responsibility. The green halal concept and the halal and tayyiban concept are very similar, especially in how they both aim to benefit people and environment. The halal and tayyiban ideas cover everything that is high quality, clean, and safe to consume. It also focuses on ethics throughout the whole value chain, from raw materials and ingredients and all the way through processing, packaging, transportation, distribution, and finally the end product that reaches customers. In general, halal products management puts a lot of focus on clean lines, quality, and safety. Because of this, halal product development is often linked to green management, which lines up well with the priorities highlighted in Sustainable Development Goals. Green halal reflects the global trends that call for a cleaner, more transparent, and more sustainable supply chains. As the halal industry becomes more competitive around the world, being environmentally responsible helps build consumer trust and opens up more opportunities for international trade. We see that consumers now expect products to come from eco-friendly supply chains, so the governments are introducing stricter rules to manage environmental impacts. Furthermore, investors are placing more importance on ESGs, environmental, social, and government factors. Islamic teaching highlight the importance of looking after the earth and using natural resources in a balanced way. Ideas like avoiding waste, israf, keeping balance, mizan, and acting as caretakers of the environment's khalifa fit naturally with today's sustainability goals. These values encourage both products and consumers to make responsible choices that protect human health and environment. There are numerous ayats from the Holy Quran as well as hadiths highlighting environment and stewardship. So, what does this mean for Muslims today? Being a Muslim doesn't just mean worship or rituals. It includes ethical responsibility toward earth and future generation. Sustainable living, which promotes avoiding waste, conserving the water, protecting animals, planting trees, and meaningful consumption is also from the worship of and obeisances. Islamic principles and modern science work side by side in today's halal system. Religious guidance sets the basic standards for what is allowed, pure and ethically produced. Science then helps check things like safety, hygiene, quality, traceability, and environmental impacts. When both aspects come together, halal products not only respect Islamic values, but also meet globally expectations for health, consumer protection, and sustainability. For example, Optimic itself stands as evidence of this dual relationship, where Islamic requirements are harmonized with modern scientific and technical standards. When we discuss the halal concept, we are not only addressing core Islamic principle, but also scientific and procedural requirements that must be respected at every stage. This dual nature makes it essential to fully understand the underlying structure and framework of guidance or approach. And in CIMIC, we have trying to combine secularly insight, strong governance, and unwavering ethical principles. We are very well aware that halal is not merely at a label. It's a sacred responsibility that touches the lives of millions of people who trust in integrity. Safeguarding this trust demands that every stage of the halal ecosystem is carried out with the complete transparency, accountability, and genuine respect for all stakeholders. Advancing green halal requires expanding halal standards beyond basic permissibility toward ethical, sustainable, and environmentally responsible production. This aligns with the Tayyiban concept, which is naturally complement modern green principles from a holistic halal Tayyib green model. Through CIMIC's technical committees, this vision can be operationalized, supported by CIMIC's harmonization mandate. OIC member states can adapt consistent OIC standards, CIMIC standards, and contribute the development of green halal guidelines within CIMIC that will reinforce sustainable development. CIMIC used this integrated approach through its standardization work. Each technical committee includes technical experts, industry partners, and Islamic academy specialists, so that both the practical and religious aspects are covered. With this dual validation, CIMIC's halal standards gain broader credibility both within this Muslim majority countries and in global markets, which is essential for consumer trust, international trade, and harmonized regulations. You are here, see, these are our technical committee list. As you've seen, they are cover different topics, and then not only focus on halal. The topics range from halal food, energy efficiency, transportation, halal supply chain, and so on. To date, we have published nearly 80 standards. 20 of them are on halal topics. And these two slides, this one and next one, we can say the technical committee published which halal standards. We can say that all of these standards naturally supported by green halal concept. If you are looked at some of the specific committees, and their work. For example, halal packaging, general requirements under the TC1 is set the rules for safe and suitable food contact packing, including the use of recycled materials and migration limits. It defines how to avoid materials that contaminated halal products or harm the environment, and naturally encourage safe sourcing of raw materials, clean manufacturing, which together promote environmental cleanliness. The other important standard is on halal food prepared by bioprocessing techniques, general requirements. The bioprocessing often use microorganisms, enzymes, and fermentation instead of heavy chemicals, which leads to lower energy consumption, less hazardous waste, and cleaner processing environments. Bioprocessing techniques is in standards aimed to ensure halal integrity and in ingredients and processes. We have a dedicated technical committee for energy efficiency and renewable energy. It has published more than 20 standards that play a critical role in guiding industry toward reduced emissions, responsible energy use, and environmentally aligned operations. Furthermore, within TC6, all standards related to agriculture have the priority on to reflect the Islamic rules, which are also reinforce environmental sustainability, and project on Islamic farming concept also has a clear direction. It integrates faith-based values, sustainability, animal welfare, and ethical food production. Islamic teachings promote the protection of environment by recommendation, no excess use of water, land, and energy, avoiding soil degradation, and pollution, and maintaining biodiversity and ecosystem. They all align with the regenerative agriculture. TC10, on the other hand, focus on halal supply chain standards. The standards support key green elements by reducing waste through better storage, rotation and transport planning, improving energy efficiency with optimized routes, refrigerating and lighting, encouraging reusability and recycling of pallets, packaging and containers, promoting cleaner operations through pest control, hygiene, and reduced chemicals, protecting resources by minimizing spoilage and water and energy embedded in food, and building consumer confidence with the ethical, clean, safe, and sustainable halal practices. The halal management system provides a framework for managing halal and quality through leadership, risk management, risk assessment, operational controls, documentation, training, and continual improvement. Management systems strengthen halal integrity, product safety, and environmental responsibility. They reduce waste and improve resource of efficiency, and support green halal by promoting clean, controlled, and sustainable operation. Lastly, the green halal concept is widely accepted because it's seen as a complete and well-rounded approach. It looks at everything that matters in food production, including protecting human health, food safety, animal welfare, and the environment, social justice, overall well-being. When applying the ideas of Tayyiban and green in the food industry, all these elements are taken into account. There are already a strong push to make sustainable practice better across the whole chain, from producing and manufacturing to distributing halal products, and interest in this area keeps growing. It's important to make sure this green halal idea is actually put into practice, because green consumers really care about products that are good for the environment. When we look at what people want, it is clear they are more aware that the products they buy affect their health and quality of life. Many consumers are also feel that halal products are healthier and better for environment. They value the extra checks come with the halal certification and compliance. Islam teaches us to protect and take care of the universe as trust from Allah Ta'ala. This includes looking after the environment, managing natural resources wisely, and using energy in a sustainable way. So we should be aware of our responsibility of care of environment, work and hand in hand together to be successful. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ehsan Oud, for the insightful presentation. That is particularly appreciated with the point of view of sustainability development goals concerning the green halal. Ladies and gentlemen, and also to the respectable speakers, we will have a question and answer and discussion session by the end of this section. So right now, I would like to announce our next honorable and respectable speaker of this session, His Excellency Engineer Motebol Mizani. He is Director General of GCC Accreditation Center in Saudi Arabia. We are delighted to have him here as a prominent figure in the field of accreditation and halal certification, in fact. He is known for his work in developing and expanding international cooperation and standards. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Moteb to the podium.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jum'ah Mubarakah for all of you, brothers and sisters. First of all, I'd like to thank you. Big thanks for the organizer to invite me to focus in some point regarding to the halal. Of course, my presentation is not green, it's red, but I mean that. I know you are speaking about the green halal, but I will speak about the red halal. I'll speak about when we stop the fake certificate, when we stop the fake logos, when we consider the cheating of the certification, when we consider the cheating of us as a Muslims by the fake logos, by the fake certificate, by the fake halal while it's not halal. This is our aim, and I will consider the halal product as a product, and we will deal with this product according to the international practice, how they are controlling the product to fulfill the requirement which is related to this product. Of course, the halal product is very important for us as a Muslims. I know the speakers before me spoke about the importance of the halal, how they are controlling the halal, what is the Sharia requirement, what is the scientific, how is the scientific issues to control the halal and to know the halal and to know the other product non-halal. Inshallah, my presentation will focus on the accreditation. The accreditation, one of the key elements that controlling the product certification and the certification in general. What's the meaning? I started by the meaning to not confusing the meaning of the halal, the meaning of the accreditation. The meaning of the accreditation, it's different than certification or notification or registration. No, it's the practice for the third party certified, what we call the conformity assessment bodies, to be sure they are qualified, they are doing their work in good manner and good way. I mean by conformity assessment bodies, one of them is the certification body or laboratory or inspection body. But we will focus more and more about the halal certification body, which is some of you representative the halal certification bodies. So this is the meaning of the accreditation. But we are seeking about quality. When we are thinking about quality, we have to be sure what is the meaning about the quality and it's very important for us as a Muslims, as I said, to be sure the quality of the halal product is fulfill our requirement. The meaning of the quality is satisfying and fulfilling the needs of the consumers, and for us as a Muslims, our needs for the halal product shall be achieved for this product. For that, I will focus on what is the element of the quality. What is the infrastructure of the quality? If we are thinking about the quality, we have to be sure about the infrastructure of the quality which shall be fulfilled and shall be available. This is what we called it, the infrastructure of the quality. We have to be sure about there is standards or regulations in the beginning. And I'm sure there is nowadays, we have CIMIC standards, we have GSO standards, we have some countries' standard related to the halal. So this is the beginning. The basic of any works shall be start by the standards and the regulations. Sometimes the government provides some regulations which help us in the quality infrastructure. The other element, what we call the conformity assessment, or like inspection, certification bodies, or test labs or so. This is who will be sure about the implementation of those standards. And to be sure about the capability of those CABs or conformity assessment bodies, we have to define and find the accreditation activities. The other one, which is very important for us in general for the quality, is the metrology. The metrology is very important. The scales, the correct of the scales, the correct of the measurements, the correct of the metrology elements in general, which is mentioned even in the Holy Quran. It's mentioned وَزِنُوا بِالْقِسْطَاسِ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. That means you have to measure in the correct scales. Those elements, what we called it, and also of course the market surveillance come with them. Those the basic issues that we shall have to achieve the quality. As I said, we are looking to be sure we are achieving the quality of the halal product. This is the element or the quality infrastructure. And this is what we called it, the pyramids of the quality. The pyramids of the quality is a little bit different. There is a levels of the conformity assessment bodies. So who is implementing the standards? As I said, one of the key factors or very important element is the standard. So who will implement the standard? The slaughterhouses or the factories who will implement the standards. Of course, the standards will issued by standards body or show. So who will implement the standard? The factories or the manufacturers or the slaughterhouses, they will implement the standards. But who will be sure those factory will implement the standard in good manner and good way? The certification body or the laboratories or the inspection body, what we called it, the conformity assessment bodies. This is the second level. The third level is the accreditation bodies. The accreditation body, be sure about the CABs or conformity assessment bodies, they are working in good way, which is all of them, they have to work according to specific standards. Nowadays, we have the ISO standards, the GSO standards, the national standards, or CIMIC standards. This is, so each conformity assessment body, even the laboratories or inspection bodies or certification body, they have their own standard. Who will be sure about the good implementation? The accreditation body. Even the accreditation body, they have their own standards. ISO IEC 17011. So for us as an accreditation body, we are following international standards. For why we are following international standards? To be sure even our work is working very well. So there is another umbrella, which is international, the umbrella. We have the ILAC, IF, nowadays it became one organization. But for Islam people, Islamic and for halal certification, we have the IFHAB, International Forum for Halal Accreditation Bodies. This IFHAB controlling the accreditation body and be sure they are working according to the CIMIC standards. This is what we called it the pyramid of the quality. Why the halal accreditation? Of course, nowadays there is a lot of challenge, lack of the consumer awareness, Muslims or non-Muslims, accept of the halal logo, accept of the halal certification. Nowadays we have more than 100 logos, and as you know, there is each certification body, each organization, or sometimes, unfortunately, even non-Muslim, they are putting the halal logo in the halal product. And we found a lot, even non-Muslims, again, they are showing halal certificate. Even non-qualified, they are showing halal certificate. Even a lot of people, they are not aware about the requirements of the halal, they are issuing the halal certificate, which is not acceptable for us. So where do we bring the confidence? It's from the accreditation. The accreditation of the certification is controlling, as I said, it's controlling the halal certification body. And this is the good way, this is the good, and this is our aim in our region and around the world, to control the certification bodies. As I said, there is a lot of people, they are not aware about the requirement. Of course, nowadays we have standards, we have halal accreditation body who are dealing with halal activities. We have a lot of certification body controlled and accredited according to our requirements. A lot of accreditation body working on that matter. IAC from Emirates, JAC for the Gulf region. We have HAC in Turkey. We have a lot of accreditation body. They are working in these activities. Please stop the watch. Nowadays, as I said, there is a lot of halal standards, CIMIC standards. We have the GSO standard, which is common. We have the GSO 20551 for general requirements of the halal. GSO 255-2, it's for the certification body. 3 for the accreditation bodies. Nowadays we have also GSO 4, which is for the cosmetics, and so on. Of course, the GSO 993 for slaughtering, and how we can conduct the slaughtering according to the Sharia. From where we bring the Sharia issues basis, actually we are based on the fatwa from the International Islamic Fiqh Academy. This is where we can consider and rely on them on the Sharia issues. Of course, we depend on the international standards for the other issues according to the ISO standards, International Standardization Organization, especially in ISO IC 17065 for product certification, which is implemented around the world, even Muslim countries or non-Muslim countries. This is a quick brief about the standards, as I said. This is the introduction to the products. Actually, the accreditation not enough for you to register in the country or so. So sometimes there is another requirement for registration in some countries, especially like in Saudi Arabia, in Emirates, and Kuwait. There is another step after the accreditation to make what they call it sometimes registration or notification. You have to fulfill the requirements also. We have, this is the criteria, as I said. So what is the impact of the accreditation of the halal certification? Of course, ensuring that important products which is the halal product, comply with the regulations and consumer requirements. Confidence in the halal mark, gratitude, safe and halal products, a wider selection of products in terms of both quality and quantity, and of course new market access opportunities, fair competition among halal certification bodies, utilizing available human resource and enhancing their technical skills and auditors. This is in brief what is the impact of the accreditation, what really we face it and we found it in real. Okay, this is what I have for a quick presentation. Thank you very much, and I'll be ready for any question. Thank you for all of you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mutib, for a very insightful talk that really resonates with the goal of our event. I would like to move to our next honorable speaker, Professor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir. He is Dean for Academic Research and Publication at INHART, the International Islamic University in Malaysia. So please welcome him to the podium to share his insightful words with us.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Today I would like to present my presentation entitled Islamic Food Laws, Philosophical Basis and a Practical Implication. I try to relate to green halal as per our topic this year. My name is Irwandi Jaswir. Currently I'm attached to International Islamic University, Malaysia. As an introduction, as we know that Islam is a comprehensive religion guiding the life of its followers through a set of rules governing the personal, social, and public aspects. This is something that we need to go to the basics again. And for us, as a Muslim, perhaps this is not new, but for our fellow friends who are non-Muslim, the need to learn about halal, for our client, perhaps they need to get information on this. Since the food is important part of our daily life, food laws carry a special significance, and in Islam, we learn through Quran and Sunnah. The global halal industry nowadays is estimated to be 3.1 trillion, and it is expected to increase to up to 10 million 2030. And this is the basic principles I got and extracted it from the book by Almarhum Sheikh Yusuf Al-Qadawi. There are 10 principles that I think we need to refresh our knowledge again. The first one, the basic principle, is that all things created by God are permitted, meaning that there is no room for us actually to get non-halal things, because Allah create a lot of things, except, meaning exception is only very few. And to make lawful is the right of God alone, not by the certification body, but not by the government, etc. But the principle, it must come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then prohibiting what is permitted and permitting what is prohibited is similar to shirk, or ascribing partners to God. And basically the reason, we don't need to know what the reason behind that. Sometimes we got the hikmah, but sometimes in most cases we do not know what the reason. But in Islam, the principle is sami'na wa ta'na. If Allah say no, it is no. What is permitted is sufficient then. And what is prohibited is then superfluous. So again, with a lot of reason nowadays, especially now with the issue of food security, people may say there is not enough protein, so please consume this, please consume that. But basically, what is permitted by Allah SWT is sufficient for us. And whatever it is conducive to prohibited is instead prohibited. And good intention do not make unlawful acceptable. Doubtful things need to be avoided, etc., etc. This is what we have understood. Unlawful things are universally acceptable. If it is non-halal in Africa, is non-halal in Thailand, non-halal in Malaysia. So this is universally applicable, except for few things that are different according to the mazhab. And of course, in Islam, there is exception. The range of prohibited in Islam is very narrow, but emphasis observing the prohibition is very strong. And try to relate halal and green. There are 5 or 6 things that we need to bear in mind. Number 1, halal is more than permissible. So in Islam, halal doesn't merely mean lawful in substance, but also lawful in the process and impact. This is in Quran, yeah, Al-Baqarah 106. Ya ayuhan nas, kulu mimma fil ardi halalan tayyiban, yeah, and do not follow the footsteps of the shaitan. Humans as Khalifah on the earth, prohibition of environmental destruction. So whatever food that we produce, it must not disrupt the environment. Animal welfare. And in many practice in Islam, in many Muslim countries, we do not care about animal welfare. As long as the slaughtering process, the slaughtering way is correct, and then we proceed with that. It's wrong. Islam is very, very particular about animal welfare. Moderation and avoidance of waste is what Dr. Ihsanofur already mentioned. Cleanliness is one of the essential things in halal, or green halal. And halal type and sustainable economy must be avoid haram or darar. Must be avoid exploitation of the workers, for example. Avoid unethical profit. You got so much profit while others do not get anything. So must be prohibited. And I think we know this, yeah, what's halal and haram. I think I need to skip this, but I would like to move to this. Yeah. The basis for prohibition, yeah, basically, as I mentioned earlier, in Islam, we do not need to know the reason why it is not acceptable in Islam. Yeah. But we may get the reason through the advancement of science and technology, but this is not the basis for us. Yeah. Blood, for example, that is drained from the body contain harmful bacteria and products of metabolism and toxin. This is just what we call is hikmah, the reason behind, but this is not comfort. Yeah? The comfort is the instruction by the God. Swine serve as a vector of pathogenic worm to enter the human body. For example, the infection of Trichinella spiralis and Taenia solium are not uncommon. This happened in the practical question. Intoxicants are considered harmful. For example, alcohol, alcoholic drinks, etc. That's why it may cause a human judgment error, yeah, and leading to social and family problems, in many cases even death. And then to translate the laws into practice, what it is in laws and what is in practice sometimes different. Yeah, carrion and dead animal, we know that it is haram, but even in the US, it is permitted under USDA that the use of meat from dead animal is not that uncommon. Proper slaughtering, this is only in Islam. Swine pox, I think we know this is very, very widely available worldwide. Yeah, gelatin, for example, 65% derived from pig skin and bone. Yeah, pig skin and bone. Yeah. Blood, we know that it is haram, but it is also part of the ingredients in the formation of synthetic meat. Halal and haram in modern food. Food materials, animal meat, fats and oils of animals, blood and animal bones. Yeah. Food additive, a lot of shubha, controversial here. A stabilizer, gelatin, additional protein from animals are doubtful. I would say doubtful. We need to be careful when consuming product that contain those ingredients. Emulsifier, for example, because most of emulsifier are derived from fats and oils, and cheap fats and oil are derived from pig. Yeah. So margarine, spread ice cream, frozen dessert, and pudding. Mono and diglyceride. Mono and diglyceride is emulsifier. It is derived from molecule of fats. If one molecule of fats miss one fatty acid or two fatty acid, it becomes stabilizer. So since it is derived from fats, so we had to be careful on that. Lecithin, yeah, found in fat portion, and alhamdulillah in certain countries it derived from soybean and palm oil. Yeah. Shortenings, gelatin, as I mentioned before. Enzyme, also this one of the critical ingredients, because enzyme widely used in the food and dairy products, not only for the food, but also for in the production of pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. Humectants also, for example, glycerin from animal fats. And also we have to be careful with biotechnology engineered food. In most fatwa in many countries say that a biotechnology product is acceptable as long as the medium used and genetic materials are from halal sources. So we have to be careful with that. Enzyme, for example, many enzymes nowadays are biotechnology-driven enzyme. But we have to be careful when the enzyme is produced, whether the medium that are used are of halal sources. Alcohol, as we know, that it is one of the controversial item in halal and haram. We have to distinguish between khamar and industrial ethanols. Yeah, for daily use, for industrial ethanol is acceptable. Yeah, a certain fatwa. Yes, at least in Indonesia and Malaysia. But khamar is totally haram, unacceptable, regardless the percentage of the ethanol. Okay, most of the fruit, the juice and ketchup contain alcohols. Yeah, we have to bear in mind. Fresh orange juice has 0.15% of alcohol. However, they are not considered intoxicants. Yeah, I think also, yeah, in I think Malay culture, we also got the product what we call tapai or glutinous rice fermented in the production. So it's also contain alcohols. Okay. Other issues in the halal industry, number one is cleanliness and cross-contamination. Many times when we do audit, the product is halal but not cleaned. Yeah, so it's not in line with what we call is a green halal. Yeah, Islamic food laws are based on cleanliness, sanitation, and purity. That's why in many standards, cleanliness is taken care of. Yeah, some of the certification body require that the industry to be GMP, good manufacturing practices, HASIB certified, etc. Cross-contamination is another issue for Muslim. Once we audited one gelatin factory in the Europe, 1 month they produce halal gelatin, another month produce non-halal gelatin using the same instrumentation and production line. Additionally, the production line needs to be properly cleaned since many plants produce both halal and non-halal food items in the same equipment. Packaging is another issue. Yeah, the canning process, for example, there is one layer that they need to apply with fats and oil. Since the fats and oil is critical, we need to really be sure that the fats and oil is derived from halal one Metal cans is what I mentioned. Steel drum could be used to carry food containing pork or pork fats, which, despite rigorous cleaning practices, could remain a small amount to contaminate halal product, otherwise through pure. And then labeling also, there's some regulation said that, yeah, for example, adding certain percentage of fats to replace cocoa butter, for example, in the Europe, is allowable, yeah, without having to reveal the percentage in the packaging or labeling. Such regulation need to be, we have to be careful with that. Hidden ingredients, this is what I mentioned. Flavoring, you may have several ingredients which are not halal. This morning session also revealed on this. If alcohol is part of the food composition formulation, then alcohol must be listed. Laboratory analysis is very, very important for authentication and traceability. Yeah, there's two things now that also critical in that halal value supply chain. And what about future foods? I got one student, 1 minute, 1 second. One student now doing this in Singapore. My student doing on the cultured meat. What the duration on that? And with the issue of again food security, as if the proposal or the suggestion given by them is anything you can eat. So this is, for example, I got this from Google. Yeah, I think with that I end my presentation. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Irvandi. Please have a seat. And it was really interesting to learn about minute and the negligible details in halal practices and packaging, especially, that are often ignored. And even it was like very brilliant for me to get a lot of information from your presentation. We will definitely have further discussion by the end of this section. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our last speaker of the last session, the only female speaker of this panel, Assistant Professor Dr. Zahra Al-Harisi. She is lecturer in food and microbiology and biotechnology, all the way from Sultan Qaboos University, Oman. Her research is primarily focusing on antimicrobial activities, antimicrobial resistance, and pathogenesis, especially the foodborne pathogenesis. So let's hear from her today to share her expertise on the topic of fermentation, especially with relevant to halal innovation. So please welcome her, give her a big round of applause, and please make sure you stay up until the end of our presentation. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be very interesting.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you. I'm really thrilled to be with you in this conference. And I'm going to give you a presentation about innovating halal fermentation, sustainable starter culture development for date vinegar production. So I hope that this will be like an integration between scientific research and Sharia. As you mentioned many times, that sometimes we have hidden ingredients that can tell us if this is really a halal product or not, and we want to see this. I'm going to go through the presentation and we will see this. So let's first identify what is fermentation. In science, fermentation is a biotechnological process that utilizes specific types of microorganisms to transfer raw materials, in many cases are foods, into products with desirable features, such as desirable properties of texture, flavor, and also a nutritional health promoting qualities. So the process of fermentation can be both aerobic and anaerobic and can involve large number of microorganisms, basically including yeast, bacteria, and mold. Now, there are different kinds of fermentation, And the main types include acetic fermentation for production of acetic acid, lactic acid fermentation for production of lactic acid. Then we have alcoholic fermentation, and you know this produces at the end alcohol. But sometimes this is not the end. Sometimes we have also another step that utilizes the ethanol or the alcohol to another product. And then we have alkaline fermentation and fungal fermentation. So the process of fermentation is not something new. It is something old that that has been discovered like thousands of years, and because of its benefits, then it has been utilized a lot. So there are now technological advances in the fermentation process. I'm just giving some examples, including omics technologies, like using high throughput methods like metagenomic, metabolomics, and these basically to, at the end, to understand what are the communities of the microorganisms that are involved in the fermentation process for the production of and the optimization of the process itself and the optimization of the products. Starter cultures, these are the microorganisms that we utilize to produce the fermentation or the fermented product, and we select them. So they make sure that the products are consistent, and also they always produce the desired products that we want. Now we have something new about fermentation, which is the precision fermentation, as opposed to traditional fermentation. So the precision fermentation, from its name, there is precise use of the microorganisms, and basically it uses engineered microorganisms to produce specific products. In this time, it is not only the product is food, as opposed to the traditional fermentation, in which we have thousands of products in the market that are produced by fermentation, like dairy products, cheeses, yogurt, and so on. Then in the precision fermentation, it targets mostly the production of specific compounds like proteins, enzymes, and vitamins. And there is more process control. There should be more customization of the precision fermentation, but the consumer perception for precision fermentation is not like the traditional one, because this is considered basically there are involvement of genetically modified organisms. So always consumers are aware about if the product is completely natural or not. The regulatory issues for precision fermentation are also more complex because it involves the GMOs, or the genetically modified organisms. Now, there are also many challenges and risks regarding the fermentation process. So we have, for example, the production of biogenic amines and the ethyl carbamate. I'm going to mention also some other compounds from our research. There is also chance for the pathogens to exist and to flourish in the final product. So the pathogens, that's a food safety issue in this case. Now I'm going to focus on vinegar production, particularly in date vinegar. So vinegar is a worldwide product that's made in different countries from their local materials. And there is a range of materials that can be utilized, ranging from byproducts, surpluses, and so on, to the high quality raw materials that can be utilized. And there are lots of uses of vinegar, example, preservative of fish, meat, vegetables. It can be utilized as flavoring agent as well, and there are many medical applications for it, such as antimicrobial activity and cleaning. Now, the process of vinegar production involves basically two steps. In the first step, there are the yeast that utilize the sugars that are found in the material to produce ethanol. But after that, there is the next step in which acetic acid bacteria utilize the ethanol to produce acetic acid. So the final product is acetic acid. Now I'm going to focus on the last product here, on your right. So it is the date vinegar. There are also factors that influence the quality of vinegar, such as the diversity of the starter culture. And now we want to utilize and investigate the type of starter culture that we can utilize. Quality of the raw material, production method, aging, all of these can affect the product at the end. So here I'm talking about date fruit, and you know that the dates is common in our countries. And it contains carbohydrates, proteins, minerals, vitamins, antioxidants. And then we have the date vinegar. So the date vinegar in this case should contain acetic acid, and the acetic acid should be more than 4%. Then the ethanol should be less than 0.5%. And then it contains also minerals, polyphenol compounds, gluconic acid. I'm just also listing gluconic acid because we isolated many bacteria that can produce this type of acid. It is really good for vinegar because it gives it more physical stability. It also gives us some mild sweetness, so it is preferred by consumers. Now I'm going to talk about our research. In our country, the knowledge about the production of date vinegar has passed from generation to generation, but there is no monitoring for the product of date vinegar. And the process usually takes from 40 to 50 days. Maybe there is mold growth, and you know that the mold can produce mycotoxin, and we are not sure about the concentrations of ethanol and acetic acid in the final product as well. So our objective was to study the hygienic quality of date vinegar and isolate different microbes that are there. And in another project, we did formulation of starter culture to check the quality of the final product. So we collected some homemade samples, and also we produced lab-made samples in the lab, and we checked their quality for the presence and safety for the presence of different kinds of microorganisms. We also identified the bacteria, yeast, utilizing the genetic methods. And we checked also the concentrations of sugars, glucose, fructose, ethanol, methanol, and the acetic acid. I just want to mention also that it might contain methanol, and methanol is toxic. So in our second project, we formulated a starter culture from the bacteria that we isolated from date vinegar. And it contained like 6 bacteria with yeast. The yeast also we identified and we took from the date vinegar itself. It was Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So here are the results from the first project. What I can conclude from them that spontaneous fermentation, like in the traditional way, does not guarantee that your product will be at the end true date vinegar with the correct concentration of acetic acid and ethanol. It also contains bacteria such as coliform, enterobacteriaceae that lessen the quality of the date vinegar at the end. We isolated 5 species of Gluconobacter. We isolated also 6 genera of yeast as well as Acetobacter bacteria. So here, just from this figure, you can see that with time in spontaneous fermentation, there is an increase of acetic acid, decrease of pH, and so on. But yes, as I said, that the concentration was low is not enough to even to say that this product is date vinegar at the end. And it contains coliform bacteria. The acetic acid was less than it should be, and many of them contained concentration of ethanol reaching to 7%. That is not allowed, of course, because the concentration shouldn't be more than 0.5%, or even it is more than 1%. So that's why continuous monitoring is really important in this case. And here you can see the presence of acetic acid bacteria with their mother culture and production of cellulose in the product. And here our isolation of Acetobacter species from date vinegar. Here also you can see the product by the starter culture. So we were able to produce date vinegar with correct amount of acetic acid, ethanol, and also the concentration of methanol was low by reducing the time from like 40, 50 days to 4 days only. And here also again, we have the results of our starter culture, in which you can see the sample 1 and 3 have got Acetobacter. Sample 3 has Acetobacter gluconobacter yeast, and sample 1 has Acetobacter and yeast. And then we have the sample number 2 that has only gluconobacter. So we found that in sample 2 that contains only gluconobacter with the yeast was not efficient for a production of acetic acid, that's the date vinegar. But sample 1 and 3, we concluded that the presence of Acetobacter is really important for a production of the date vinegar. So this leads me to the conclusion about this research. So the traditional process of utilizing the spontaneous fermentation does not guarantee at the end that you have a product of a true date vinegar with the correct amount of ethanol, acetic acid, and maybe it contains also the toxic compound methanol. It also may contain the toxin produced by the mold. Therefore, the monitoring of this process is really important. And this makes us, it means that doing the scientific research, even for traditional food, is really important. It is really, sometimes the ingredients, the non-halal ingredients are really hidden in the food product itself. So we utilize starter culture. We can also, in the future, we can develop this starter culture to be utilized by local people. We would like also to develop an equipment that help local people to test the presence of or the concentration of the acetic acid, ethanol, and even methanol, because this is important. We cannot stop people from doing their fermentation at home, but at least we can help them in this way. So that's all about my presentation. Thank you all.
Very nice, and thank you very much, Dr. Zahra Al-Harasi. You can please take your seat, and the floor is now open for discussion, comments, questions, and answers from our audience toward our respectable speakers. So we can start some comments or questions from the audience first.
Good afternoon. May these questions be addressed to His Excellency Secretary General of GCC, because he's concerned about halal products in Saudi Arabia. Because we all, I'm sure, the all Muslims people going to Saudi Arabia for Umrah, for Hajj, and for some other activities, you see. But anyhow, should we concern about all the products in Saudi Arabia? And how, because these kind of products are not, cannot be verified by eyesight, see? So how you testing, or how do you verify those products, whether it's halal, have the scientific testing had been introduced to that kind of halal products or something? And number two, is there any haram products in Saudi Arabia? Should there be? Is it in the market, in the same market, or it is sold in different market that is known to all visitors and all the locals? Thank you.
Thank you very much for this question. Of course, to be honest, I am not representing Saudi Arabia. I'm representing the GCC member states. But I know what is the situation in Saudi Arabia. As I said, alhamdulillah, nowadays we are implementing good procedure to control the halal products. Starting from the good standardization standards, we have Saudi standards, we have JSO standards, CEMEX standards. We have accreditation activities. We have controlling the boards asking about the halal certificate for products, especially those from the animal resource or from or could contain any non-halal issues. So there is no product come to Saudi Arabia without halal certificate. This halal certificate shall be issued by accredited halal certification body, which is accredited by JAC or SAC in Saudi Arabia or IAC in Emirates. So for that, we are doing our best, to be honest, we are doing our best to control the board, to control the import products from overseas. But the production in Saudi Arabia, inside, definitely it's halal 100%, because alhamdulillah, we are the center of Islam. So, and the other questions related to is there is any product non-halal in Saudi Arabia? Alhamdulillah, yani I can say 100% there is no non-halal product in Saudi Arabia, and you can find beer, halal beer in Saudi Arabia, which is contains zero alcohol, alhamdulillah. So don't worry about the product in Saudi Arabia. You are most welcome in your country. This is the Muslim countries, and definitely, inshallah, alhamdulillah, we are implementing the good practice, the best practice that we can do to control the halal products.
All right, more questions or comments from audience? Okay, we are here at the right-hand side. Please pass on the mic.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Andi Sulemana. I'm a lecturer in the National Chongqing University in Taiwan for the Food Science and Halal Science Center. I have questions regarding the accreditation system. Maybe you can explain briefly to the Excellency the GCC system, because we know in the GCC system there are some countries, right? And if the companies in Taiwan would like to enter any country in GCC members, I heard that they need to get GAC accreditation, the certifying body who issued the certificate. And I also heard that after having the GAC accreditation, if they want to, for example, enter UAE or enter Saudi Arabia or even other countries, they still need to get any kind of approval from each respective countries. Could you please explain to me so I can explain to the manufacturer in Taiwan, if they want to enter GCC members, what is the system? And give me the solution, which one is the best practice for those people just new entering GCC market. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and you are most welcome. Thank you for this question. As I mentioned about the accreditation practice in our region, GCC member states, to get the accreditation from JAC or from IAC in Emirates or from SAC in Saudi Arabia, those accreditation body who are in the activities of the halal accreditation, when you as a certification body get the accreditation from those accreditation body, you can go to the authority of the halal. As example, in Saudi Arabia, you have to go to SASU, Saudi Arabia Standardization Organization, to make the registration. Then you will go to the SFDA to make the final registration, which they called it notification. This is the process how to control the certification body more and more. As I said, the accreditation not enough for you to deal with the halal certificate in Saudi Arabia, as example. There is another condition, and this is the situation also in Emirates and Kuwait and in some countries. The accreditation first, then the notification after that, or registration. This is our steps to get to the accreditation. But it's acceptable. Our accreditation is acceptable among all the GCC member states. Nowadays, we are working hard to make one accreditation acceptable everywhere. This is under the CEMIC standards, under the FHAB umbrella, as I mentioned in my presentation. Nowadays, this is FHAB looking for one accreditation acceptable around the world. And inshallah, we are working hard to get to this achievement soon, bi'idhnillah. We are working on that to get to the accreditation, one accreditation for the Halal certification body that can be acceptable around the Islamic world and around the world, inshallah ta'ala soon.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Maybe a little bit.
Yes,
it's just
please.
like GAC accepted cross-border certification.
Yes, of course.
As
We are accrediting, as a chair of the GAC, we are accrediting more than 120 certification body around the world.
Yes.
So we have an accreditation in Taiwan, we have some CBs in Japan, some CBs in China, some CBs in Australia, Brazil, around the world. So any CB who want to work or want to make dealing with imported products to our region shall be go to those certification body.
Any country.
Even in Taiwan, yeah.
So, for example, the speaker, the accreditor, the certifier from Brazil, certifying in Taiwan manufacturer, because Brazil certifier accredited, they can certify in Taiwan.
Exactly. This is mandatory in the board, and like as example in Saudi Arabia, they are mentioned that no certification body can be acceptable except they are accredited by JAC or SAC. This is the example.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Adil?
No. The session was about green halal, but you are very interesting accreditation.
Red
Very interesting. You are interesting red halal, not green halal.
We are very strict about the certification of halal. Very strict. We have to say stop for any fake certificate.
I guess, Mr. Ovid, that the reason for this is that most of the processes concerning the implementation of certification or the processing, they are quite hidden, and the common public have very less information regarding that. And also when we are in the era where we are facing a lot of improper Islamic practices, especially, I'm not sure how true is that we are also having a case nowadays about a very popular fast food chain restaurant that is facing a big scandal regarding taking the halal accreditation. I don't know how true is that, but you see the things are uncovered then, and this is because the lack of information and knowledge, especially for our Muslim consumers, and also toward the people who are handling such businesses. But I have just a quick question from Mr. Ovid, that you mentioned 17 TCs concerning especially to the SDGs. Which one do you think is more challenging to face? Among 17 TCS goals that you discussed in your presentation.
Our technical committees, you mean?
So which one is the most challenging to tackle?
Yeah, for us, standards in foreign needs, needs of the consumer, needs of community, needs of the society. But we are Muslim, we have been considered, we are responsible for everything. We are just not responsible for our body, eat halal. We are responsible for our neighbors, we are responsible for the globe, we are the earth, other peoples. We have to protect the future of our generations. Each committees, have different challenges. If you work in energy efficiency, many things. If you work on halal food, many things can be done. We have to look at all aspects of the what's affecting the products, what have to be more professional. Each standard should be used. If the standards just in the shelter or to protect in your fights is not standards. We have the standards should be in our daily life. Without standards, we cannot have a professional certification. We cannot have a product can be follow up from the traceability from the raw material and from farm to fork. You cannot follow the chain of the history of the product. Standards give you this everything. Without standards, you don't have any accreditation. You should have a strong and high quality standards, and standards should answer all questions. And standards should not be against our religious. Standards should be parallel and to respect our religion, all parts, holy books and hadith and the other implementation from the different understandings. Standards for our benefits. Standards should not stop us. Accreditation should be facilitate trade, not to bring barriers to trade, and everything for humanity. Yeah, we have managed 1,000 challenges, but no more times.
Of course, very nice. So, if we are not having more questions from the audience, of course you can. Oh, okay. Just we have one more from in the middle. Yeah.
Thank you very much. My name is Alim. I am from the Philippines. I would like to follow through from the statement earlier of our colleague from CIMIC. He made mention that we are supposed to be facilitating trade. The standards are supposed to be facilitating trade and not a barrier. Now, from the perspective also of our colleague from Saudi Arabia, from Malaysia, and from Oman, we would like to know, to guide also countries like us into the future of the standards. What would be the future of the standard, in following the standard, in terms of addressing the facilitation of trade for cross-border trade? Because some products, for example, in our experience, some products can enter Malaysia, but cannot enter other jurisdiction. Are there talks into how do we able to facilitate the cross-border trade in terms of the standards? So the products from, for example, products from the Philippines could enter this jurisdiction and avoid problem wherein we cannot enter other jurisdiction. And this is similar to other experiences from other countries in Southeast Asia. And for building the small economy, especially for the MSME, it is also expensive for them. It is a cost because if they can enter one jurisdiction and cannot enter other jurisdiction, it is also challenging. So we would like to know from this perspective, and any of our speakers can answer, how do we address the cross-border trade in terms of the word facilitation as far as the standards are concerned? Thank you very much.
Mr. Obot first.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, these are the main issues. We know well what you mean. Standards now in the world, when look, if there's really problems because they have country to country still they have. We cannot say there's really standards. There are national regulations. Yeah, Malaysian racial understanding regulation, Indonesian, other Singapore or Saudi Arabia or other countries. Inshallah, we have a big hope. We advise with passion to follow us in the next 1 or 2 years. With IFHOP, we have a single standards, and then we will Malaysia and others have a single standards. If something in standards, anytime can be changed. Standards is not a holy thing. Standards is a human-made things, but includes some holy issues. We cannot change holy parts, only technical side. We can change it. We can be unified easily. We can change the regulations. We have chance. But I advise to be impatient, not to be hurry. We can because be unified not easy, especially as a Muslim, not easy to be unified because different shaitan is around us. We have to be more careful, and I'm a big hope because brother Mustafa is vice chair of the IFHOP. He has a big responsibility to establish system. Without a single system, we cannot do anything. We will many years discuss how we'll be unified. Now we have a chance to be unified.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. We are trying our best to harmonize the standards, especially the Islamic standards. Nowadays we have CIMIC, and we want to make one standard for all the Muslims around the world. This is our aim. You know, nowadays there is international standards, there is local standards, regional standards, but under the umbrella of CIMIC for the Islamic standards, we are working on that. Nowadays we have ISO standard. What is the aim of the harmonization of the standard? To cut the barriers, technical barriers between the countries to reduce the trade barriers as we can. This is the aim of the international standards or the SMIC standards. For that, we are working under the umbrella of the SMIC standard to make one standard for around the world for the Muslim acceptable everywhere, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, this is from Malaysia. Yes, it is our dream to have one unified standard worldwide that can be acceptable everywhere to overcome the trade barrier and then the cost, unnecessary cost for the manufacturer, etc. For the timing, we had to, the harmonizing of different certification standard and that is regulation in each country is very, very important. We recognize each other, but of course we thought neglecting the rules, the principles, the halal and haram according to Quran and Sunnah. We do not just simplify it, not to make it easy, take it lightly, but we had to some set of standard, and that is acceptable by and I am very, very optimistic on what our previous two speakers mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, to this point, I would like to end this session. It was really very insightful talk and discussion from our honorable speakers who traveled all around the globe to make this event very successful and to contribute to the Halal Science Conference. I would like to extend a deep thank you to them on behalf of the organizers for their time and for their informative talks. And a special thank to our audience for making it to the very last session of our 2 days conference. This clearly shows your passion for halal science and impressive conference stamina. We are truly glad to have you with us, and in the end, many thanks to the organizers for inviting me to chair this session. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much to our chairperson and also our speakers for a truly insightful and meaningful session. And before we proceed to the next segment, I kindly ask all of you to scan a QR code on the screen to evaluate the session we just had. Your feedback is very valuable to us, whether it was helpful, what additional information you would like, or any suggestions for improvement. This will assist the organizer in enhancing future events. Additionally, those who complete the evaluation will receive a certificate as a token of participation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And next, I would like to take a moment to formally express our appreciation to the esteemed chairperson and speakers. Now, may I please invite Dr. Pornpimon Mahamat, Director of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand, to the stage to present the certificates of appreciation to our chairperson and speakers. And first, may I invite our distinguished speaker, His Excellency Mr. Ihsan Ovud, Secretary General, the Standards and Metrology Institute for the Islamic countries, to receive the Certificate of Appreciation from Dr. Pornpimon. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. And next, may I invite the following speaker. Please welcome Engineer Moteb Al-Mizani, Director General, DCC Accreditation Center, DAC, Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much. And next, may I invite Professor Dr. Irwandi Jasrit, Dean for Academic Research and Publication at INHART, the International Islamic University, Malaysia. And next, may I invite Assistant Professor Dr. Shahra Al-Qadrusi, Lecturer Food Microbiology and Biotechnology, College of Agricultural and Marine Sciences, Sultan Qaboos University, Oman. And lastly, May I now invite the chairperson, Dr. Simap Kanwal, researcher at the Institute of Biotechnology and Genetic Engineering, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. Thank you very much. And next, may I invite all of you to have a group photo together, please. Ladies and gentlemen, today's discussion highlighted how Sharia and science are not separate paths, but interconnected forces that work together to protect the integrity of green halal practices. Each speaker brought valuable insights that reinforce the importance of ethical foundations and shared responsibility across the halal value chain. All right, thank you very much. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much to our distinguished chairperson and also our speakers. And thank you very much to Dr. Porn Pimon for presenting the certificates of appreciation. All right, and that concludes our highly interesting sessions. At this point, we will take a coffee break before entering the final session of the day, the award ceremony, something you definitely don't want to miss, followed by the closing ceremony. Please note that the refreshments are available in the corridor area just outside the hall, and please feel free to bring the refreshment here inside the hall during the next session. Thank you very much, and we look forward to welcoming you back shortly.
We believe that everyone should have equal access to learn, share their knowledge, and enhance their research capabilities. Enhancement, empowerment, creating impact and value are the most needed aspects that researchers and scholars encounters. Recently, upholding integrity in the scientific process has become one of the issues that we are aware of and need to be tackled. To tackle the problem arising in the research communities, we should collaborate among all stakeholders to accelerate the impact to our society. Thus, Research Synergy Foundation support and commit to all stakeholders by creating a global research ecosystem.
We are a digital social enterprise platform that focuses on developing a global research ecosystem. We build collaborative networks among researchers, scholars, professors, and practitioners globally for the realizations of knowledge accelerations and to contribute more to society and humanity. From 2017 to 2021, more than 20,000 scholars have participated in our programs from Asia, Australia, Africa, America, and Europe continents. With the average of the increasing number of members by more than 5,000 each year, we continuously strengthen the global research ecosystem by having 4 support systems that are ready to help members from across the world.
First, we have ScholarVein. It's a system that we developed for scholars to contribute more. Supported by an established IT system and professional team, one of the superior services we provide is the Integrated International Conference Management and Operating System. ScholarVein system has been conducting the international conferences platform both in person and virtual effectively and efficiently in terms of time, cost, and resource. From 2017 to 2021, the system has served over 8,448 scholars from 85 countries. ScholarVein coverage areas include but are not limited to the online submission system, pre, during, post of conference, scientific review system, global marketing system, and publication system. All-in-one scholar system for transparency and credibility in every scientific forum and activity.
ReviewerTrack is a home for thousands of researchers and reviewers from all around the globe,
with whom we partner to create a global network to assist in the assessment and feedback of your research.
Artificial intelligence powers our reviewer track, ensuring that the scientific process runs smoothly and reliably.
The main goal is to emphasize the importance of the ethical process of blind or double-blind peer review. Call for reviewers and collaboration with our university partners are just a few of the projects under reviewer track. We also provide reviewer workshops and training, annual reviewers recognition event, and many more. As a result, reviewer track represents our dedication to uphold scientific integrity.
Research Synergy Institute is committed to being your research learning partner by providing some learning programs such as online lecturing session, as expert forum, as editor forum, global research ecosystem network group, RSF Research Academy, scientific and academic writing e-coaching clinic series toward publication in reputable indexed journal. Research Synergy Institutes provide the most needed research learning topics, cutting-edge research tools, and expert opinion from different backgrounds to put a global perspective for all researchers and scholars.
Research Synergy Press. We are providing and managing international journals for your institution toward global and reputable indexers.
The mission of Research Synergy Press is to deliver breakthrough professional journal management using strategic paper collaborations,
increasing diversity and resulting in good quality of scientific research for all researchers, professionals, and academicians through a standardized scientific process.
We help you to manage international journals to global standards. You can even publish your scientific work in our journals conference proceedings, and books. And now, Research Synergy Press publishes more than dozens of international journals, conference proceeding series, and single conference proceeding. Empowerment and encouragement are the two keywords that drive our social programs for leveraging the impact, such as Conference Grant, International Service Program, Paper Writing Collaboration, Connecting Research Parties or Stakeholder Gathering, the Annual Social Entrepreneurship Challenge, Shared Value Co-Creation Programs. We believe that every individual, organizations, and research community has the same opportunity to share the value of creating an impactful program together with us.
As a social enterprise, our aim is to provide a good research ecosystem and platform for researchers to share, discuss, and disseminate their ideas. In addition, it helps you to improve your research and contribute to the knowledge. Therefore, creating social impact and value is our priority. On the other hand, you can collaborate with us to our worldwide scholars and initiate betterments
for the academic,
society, and humanity.
agent of change.
Research Synergy Foundation Global Research Ecosystem is the perfect combination among researchers, scholars, professors, and practitioners. We embrace all of our members to lend in hand, take action for a better society, and grow together with the Research Synergy Foundation.
We believe that everyone should have equal access to learn, share their knowledge, and enhance their research capabilities. Enhancement, empowerment, creating impact and value are the most needed aspects that researchers and scholars encounters. Recently, upholding integrity in the scientific process has become one of the issues that we are aware of and need to be tackled. To tackle the problem arising in the research communities, we should collaborate among all stakeholders to accelerate the impact to our society. Thus, Research Synergy Foundation support and commit to all stakeholders by creating a global research ecosystem.
We are a digital social enterprise platform that focuses on developing a global research ecosystem. We build collaborative networks among researchers, scholars, professors, and practitioners globally for the realizations of knowledge accelerations and to contribute more to society and humanity. From 2017 to 2021, more than 20,000 scholars have participated in our programs from Asia, Australia, Africa, America, and Europe continents. With the average of the increasing number of members by more than 5,000 each year, we continuously strengthen the global research ecosystem by having 4 support systems that are ready to help members from across the world.
First, we have ScholarVein. It's a system that we developed for scholars to contribute more. Supported by an established IT system and professional team. One of the superior services we provide is the Integrated International Conference Management and Operating System. ScholarVein system has been conducting the international conferences platform both in person and virtual effectively and efficiently in terms of time, cost, and resource. From 2017 to 2021, the system has served over 8,448 scholars from 85 countries. ScholarVein coverage areas include but are not limited to the online submission system, pre, during, post of conference, scientific review system, global marketing system, and publication system. All in one scholar system for transparency and credibility in every scientific forum and activity.
ReviewerTrack is a home for thousands of researchers and reviewers from all around the globe,
with whom we partner to create a global network to assist in the assessment and feedback of your research.
Artificial intelligence powers our reviewer track, ensuring that the scientific process runs smoothly and reliably.
The main goal is to emphasize the importance of the ethical process of blind or double-blind peer review. Call for reviewers and collaboration with our university partners are just a few of the projects under reviewer track. We also provide reviewer workshops and training, annual reviewers recognition event, and many more. As a result, reviewer track represents our dedication to uphold scientific integrity.
Research Synergy Institute is committed to being your research learning partner by providing some learning programs such as online lecturing session, as expert forum, as editor forum, global research ecosystem network group, RSF Research Academy, scientific and academic writing e-coaching clinic series toward publication in reputable indexed journal. Research Synergy Institutes provide the most needed research learning topics, cutting-edge research tools, and expert opinion from different backgrounds to put a global perspective for all researchers and scholars.
Research Synergy Press, we are providing and managing international journals for your institution toward global and reputable indexers.
The mission of Research Synergy Press is to deliver breakthrough professional journal management using strategic paper collaborations,
increasing diversity and resulting in good quality of scientific research for all researchers, professionals, and academicians through a standardized scientific process.
We help you to manage international journals to global standards. You can even publish your scientific work in our journals, conference proceedings, and books. And now, Research Synergy Press publishes more than dozens of international journals, conference proceeding series, and single conference proceeding. Empowerment and encouragement are the two keywords that drive our social programs for leveraging the impact, such as Conference Grant, International Service Program, Paper Writing Collaboration, Connecting Research Parties or Stakeholder Gathering, the Annual Social Entrepreneurship Challenge, Shared Value Co-Creation Programs. We believe that every individual, organizations, and research community has the same opportunity to share the value of creating an impactful program together with us.
As a social enterprise, our aim is to provide a good research ecosystem and platform for researchers to share, discuss, and disseminate their ideas. In addition, it helps you to improve your research and contribute to the knowledge. Therefore, creating social impact and value is our priority. On the other hand, you can collaborate with us to our worldwide scholars and initiate betterments
For the academic,
Society and humanity.
Agent of change.
Research Synergy Foundation Global Research Ecosystem is the perfect combination among researchers, scholars, professors, and practitioners. We embrace all of our members to lend in hand, take action for a better society, and grow together with the Research Synergy Foundation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sawadika. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and welcome back to the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at one of the most anticipated moments of the program, the award ceremony. This session celebrates outstanding efforts and impactful contributions presented throughout the conference. And today, we are honored to present two award categories. The first is the Base Presentation Award for Young Halal Innovators Project 2025. And the second is the IHSATEC 2025 Awards. Let us now begin this special moment of recognition together. Before we move on to announcing the awards, I would like to begin by presenting certificates of appreciation to our poster presentation judges, whose contributions form the foundation of the awards we are about to celebrate. Now, may I respectfully invite Dr. Pornpimon Mahamat, Director of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, to the stage to present the certificates to the judges. A big round of applause, please. Ladies and gentlemen, and now, please join me in welcoming our esteemed judges of the poster presentation. First, please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Engineer Damat MP IPM, Lecturer of Food Technology Department, Faculty of Agriculture and Animal Science University of Muhammadiyah Malang, East Java, Indonesia. Please welcome our esteemed judges from the poster presentation, which is part of the IHSATEC 2025. Please welcome him. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. And next, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our esteemed judge. Please welcome Professor Dr. Nancy Dewi Yuliana, Food Science and Technology, Bogor Agricultural University, Indonesia. Please welcome to the stage to receive the certificate from Dr. Pornpimon. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for her, please. Thank you very much. And next, may I invite Associate Professor Dr. Hendrati Dwi Mulyaningsih, Universitas Islam Bandung. And we will take a group photo after this. Yeah. And now, may I please invite Associate Professor Dr. Hendrati Dwi Mulyaningsih from Universitas Islam Bandung and Research Synergy Foundation, Indonesia. Thank you very much. And next, may I please invite Assistant Professor Dr. Muhammad Sajid Arshad, School of Agriculture, Food and Ecosystem Sciences, the University of Melbourne, Australia, to the stage. Thank you very much. And lastly, may I please invite our esteemed judge. Please welcome Mr. Shahril Shankutaran, Secretary of the SMIIC Committee on Standards for Conformity Assessment. Please welcome him. And these are our esteemed judges for the poster presentation. Thank you very much. And next, may I kindly invite Dr. Porn Pimon, together with all respected committee members, to join us for a group photo at this time. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, as we gather for this group photo, let's take a moment to appreciate the hard work and dedication of our esteemed judges for the poster presentation in IHSATEC 2025. Thank you very much to all committee members for your invaluable contribution. And thank you very much Dr. Porn Pimon Mahamat, Director of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now the time has come. The first award celebrates the power of youth, science, and purpose. The Young Halal Innovators Project 2025 reflects how young minds across Thailand transform scientific curiosity into halal innovations. These projects represent not only creativity and scientific rigor, but also the future of halal science driven by the next generation. Before the announcement, we would like to honor the mentors who have played a vital role in nurturing the projects from ideas into impactful innovations. To begin, now, may I respectfully invite His Excellency, Mr. Ihsan Ovud, Secretary General, the Standards and Metrology Institute for the Islamic countries, to please come on the stage to present the certificates of appreciation to our project mentors. And now, it is my honor to invite our distinguished mentors to please come forward to receive their certificates. First, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Muhammad Ume Arshad, Professor and Chairperson from Department of Food Science, Government College University, Faisalabad, Pakistan. All right, and we also, next, may I please invite Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Sajid Arshad from School of Agriculture, Food and Ecosystem Sciences, the University of Melbourne, Australia. Please welcome him. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Our sincere appreciation to the mentor of the project. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move forward to the moment we have all been waiting for, the announcement of the winning teams of the Base Presentation Award for Young Halal Innovators Project 2025. And the Base Presentation Award for Young Halal Innovators Project 2025 is proudly presented to... Congratulations to the team! YIP01 from Islamic Sciences Demonstration School. May I kindly invite the winning team to come forward to the stage to receive the award. Ladies and gentlemen, their project is very interesting. Development of a program for simulating of blood flows and finding the percentage of coronary artery. Stenosis from coronary angiography. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much and congratulations. All right. And now we are entering one of the most highly awaited moments of the conference, the IHSATEC 2025 Awards. IHSATEC 2025 brings together researchers and scholars who have transformed ideas into impactful contributions across Halal science, technology, and innovation. Every paper, every presentation, and every poster reflects commitment and the spirit of collaboration that defines this conference. And now we move forward to the moment we have all been waiting for, the IHSATEC 2025 award announcements. This year, we proudly present awards in 4 categories. The most popular vote poster presentation award, Best Virtual Oral Presentation Award, Best Poster Presentation Awards, Best Oral Presentation Awards, and lastly, Best Paper Awards. We will now begin with our first award category, the most popular vote poster presentation award. And the most popular vote poster presentation award goes to Miss Fatin Fadria, Halal Products Research Institute, University Putra, Malaysia. Congratulations! And please come forward to the stage to receive the certificate and the award of these categories, which is the most popular vote poster presentation award. Please welcome her paper titled Rapid Pork Adulteration Detection Using Color and Texture Analysis Coupled with Machine Learning. All right, congratulations and thank you very much for your outstanding contributions. And next is the Best Virtual Oral Presentation Award, and we have a total of only 1 award to present today. Since this is a virtual presentation that took place this morning, I will now announce the award winner. And please note that the awardee is not present in person to accept their award today. However, we still want to recognize their outstanding achievements. And the Best Virtual Oral Presentation Award goes to Dr. Jalaluddin Maroham from University of Southern Mindanao, Philippines, with a paper titled Positioning Strategies and Consumer Behavior Toward Processed Halal Chicken Products, a Structural Equation Modeling Approach. Congratulations to our awardees and thank you very much to His Excellency Mr. Ihsan Obud, Secretary General, the Standards and Metrology Institute for the Islamic countries. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our next award category, which is the Best Poster Presentation Award. This award recognizes academic work that communicates research ideas with clarity, creativity, and strong scientific value through poster presentation. To begin, may I now respectfully invite Associate Professor Dr. Vinay Dahlan, founder and advisor to the director of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, to please come on the stage to present the awards. And there are 4 awards in this category. And it's now my great pleasure to announce the recipients of the Base Poster Presentation Awards. And the first Base Poster Presentation Award goes to Mr. Muhammad Iriansyah Al-Hakim from Cluster 1, Food Innovation, Nutrition and Health, Asian Institute of Technology, Thailand. All right. Although the awardee is not able to be with us on the stage today, but we would still like to extend our warmest congratulations. All right. And next, the Base Poster Presentation Award from the Cluster 2 goes to Dr. Mohammed Shawan Ab-Talib from University Brunei Darussalam, with the paper titled Bibliometric Insights into Halal Tourism and Supply Chain Management Nexus. Please welcome him. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much and congratulations. And next, the Best Poster Presentation Award from the Cluster 3 goes to Miss Fatin Fitria from Halal Products Research Institute, University Putra, Malaysia, with a paper titled Rapid Pork Adulteration Detection Using Color and Texture Analysis Coupled with Machine Learning. Please welcome to the stage to receive the award and the certification. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much and congratulations. And our last Base Poster Presentation Award from Cluster 4 goes to Miss Amalia Muhammad Hashim from University Putra, Malaysia, with a paper titled Machine Learning Based Detection of Lard Adulteration from IRMS and TAG chromatographic data. Please welcome to the stage ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Amalia Muhammad Hashim. Thank you very much and congratulations. And also thank you very much to Associate Professor Dr. Vinay Dahlan. Congratulations to all our award recipients for this award category. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the Best Oral Presentation Awards. This year, the oral presentation sessions received an exceptional number of submissions across multiple sessions. The recipients of this award were selected through a careful and rigorous evaluation process. From any strong presentation, only 5 were selected, making this award a true mark of excellence. And to begin now, may I please invite Dr. Pornpimon Mahamat, Director of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, to the stage to present the awards to our winners. Ladies and gentlemen, and the first Based All Representation Award goes to Mr. Dion Aditya from Institute Technology PLN Indonesia from Section 3 of the All Representation session. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Dion Aditya with the paper titled Multi-Scene Vision, Language and Local LLM Pipeline for Suspicious Behavior Detection in Mosques. Please welcome and congratulations to our awardee. Thank you very much. And next, our Best All Representation Award from Session 4 goes to Miss Laiba Pravets from Chulalongkorn University, Thailand, with the paper titled Comparative Analysis of Gut Microbiota in Post-Mortem Chronic Alcoholics versus Minimal to No Alcohol Users in the Thai population. Let's welcome her. Big round of applause, please. Congratulations and thank you very much. And our next Based All Representation Award from this Session 6 goes to Mr. Muhammad Adrian from LPPOM MUI Indonesia with the paper titled Application of Descriptive and Discriminative Sensory Analysis for Halal Verification, a case study of commercial grape juice and non-alcoholic wine analog in the Indonesian market. Thank you very much and congratulations. And the next Based All Representation Award from the Session 8 goes to Miss Umi Hartina Muhammad Rosali from University Malaysia Sabah, Malaysia, with a paper titled Advancing Halal Functional Ingredients through Green Production of ACE Inhibitory Peptides for Marine Collagen. Congratulations and a big round of applause, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and our last Based All Representation Award from the Session 9 goes to Dr. Bambang Dwi Wijaniko from Development and Application of Plant-Based Binder Form Protein Concentrate of Pigeon Pea. It is his paper. Congratulations and please welcome him to the stage to receive his award and the certificate from Dr. Pontimon. Thank you very much and congratulations. And now, our final award of today is the Base Paper Awards. This award recognizes an outstanding academic paper that demonstrates strong research quality and originality. There are 2 awards in this category, so let's find out who will receive the award. And the first Base Paper Award goes to Mr. Laiba Praves et al. From Department of Forensic Medicine, Faculty of Medicine, Chulalongkorn University, Bangkok, Thailand. Congratulations! And she is the winner for the Best Oral Representation Award too. Congratulations and thank you very much. And now, our last award. And the next Base Paper Award goes to Siti Fatimah Wati Behindato Musa from University Brunei Darussalam. All right. Even her absence, we would like to proudly acknowledge and congratulate her. And next, may I invite all the winners of the IHSATEC 2025 awards, including Dr. Pornpimon, all our winners from Best Oral Presentation, Best Poster Presentation, Best Paper and Popular Vote Poster Presentation to please come forward to the stage for a group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Now may I invite the awardees from every category of our award today. From the Best Oral Presentation Award, Best Paper, Best Poster Presentation, and Popular Vote Poster Presentation to please come forward to the stage to have a group photo together. And while we are capturing this special moment together, this photo truly represents the spirit of IHSATEC 2025. Please welcome our awardees from all categories of IHSATEC 2025 awards to the stage to have a group photo together with our director of the HSCCU, Dr. Pornpimon. This is a celebration of academic excellence, dedication, and meaningful contributions to the field of Halal science and technology. Thank you very much, and please keep smiling for the camera. Congratulations! Thank you very much. And Dr. Pornpimon, thank you very much, and please remain on the stage for the closing ceremony, which is our last session of today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the closing of Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. Over the past 2 days, this platform has brought together knowledge, innovation, and collaboration across the Halal ecosystem, strengthening not only academic exchange but also trust, sustainability, and global partnerships. And to conclude this event in a meaningful way, may I please invite Dr. Pornpimon Mahamat, Director of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, to deliver closing remarks. Please proceed.
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellency, honorable participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, in the collaboration with Central Islamic Council of Thailand, organized the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. Is considered a large umbrella event encompassing 5 key components: the 12th IHSATEC International Halal Science and Technology Conference, the 18th HASIB Halal Science Industry and Business, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Growth Triangle International Workshop, and the Green Halal Workshop. Additionally, there are exhibition zones, including the academic exhibition under the theme Green Halal Beyond Sustainability, and the Halal Health Science Innovation Project Zone. The event is scheduled for December 18, 19, 2025 at Admiral's Hotel, Bangkok, Thailand. The overarching theme of the conference is Green Halal Beyond Sustainability. The conference is divided into two parallel meetings, each focused on different aspects of the field. IHSATEC 2025, 18 HASIB, Session 1, Green Halal and Artificial Intelligence, Shaping a Sustainable and Smart Halal Industry. Session 2, Green Science and Technology, Driving Sustainable Innovation. Section 3, Oral Presentation on AI, Blockchain, and Business. Session 4, Oral Presentation on Science, Technology, and Innovation. Session 5, Global Perspective, Halal Experience from Non-Muslim Countries. Section 6, Oral Presentation on AI, Blockchain, and Business. Session 7, Sharia and Science for Green Halal Integrity. Session 8 and 9 on Science, Technology, and Innovation. Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Growth Triangle International Workshop on Targeting Halal Products and Services. Green Halal Workshop on Green Halal Make Your Own Beauty. The academic session is joining organization by Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, in collaboration with the Research Synergy Foundation and other esteemed organizations. A total of 40 academic works were presented at the international conference, including 18 oral presentations, on-site 11, virtual 7, and 15 poster presentations. Over 355 attendees participate in the on-site conference, and at least 4,714 join online from more than 34 countries, including Australia, Bangladesh, Brunei, Cambodia, China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Iraq, Japan, Lebanon, Libya, Malaysia, Myanmar, New Zealand, Pakistan, Philippines, Poland, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Somalia, Switzerland, South Africa, South Korea, Taiwan, Yemen, Trinidad and Tobago, Turkmenistan, USA, Uzbekistan, Zimbabwe, and Thailand. Now that we have reached to conclusion of the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025 and the chairman of this event, I would first like to express our sincere appreciation to Associate Professor Dr. Vinay Dahlan for initiating this event for the very beginning. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the honorable speaker, chairperson, and presenter of this conference for their excellent presentations and for engaging in the such fruitful, constructive, and open exchange over the past 2 days. I also wish to thank all participants for your involvement in the program. I hope the conference does provide you with valuable information and knowledge that can be applied to the halal matters and in your daily life. This achievement would not have been possible without the dedicated and teamwork of the Halal Science Center team. We look forward to see you at the next conference 2026. Inshallah. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pornpimol Muhammad, Director of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, for the wonderful closing remarks. And next, may I respectfully invite Engineer Moteb Al-Mezani, Director General of GCC Accreditation Center, GAC, from Saudi Arabia to kindly lead us in a closing dua. Please welcome him.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك العظيم وكريم سلطانك. اللهم إنا نشكرك على نعمك التي أنعمت بها علينا من توفيق لمؤتمرنا هذا، ونسألك اللهم أن تجعل هذا المؤتمر مباركا نافعا وأن تكتب فيه الإخلاص والقبول. اللهم بارك الجهود التي بذلت وفي العقول التي فكرت وفي الأيادي التي عملت. اللهم اجعل ما قدم خالصا لوجهك الكريم وخادما لدينك ومعززا لقيم الحلال والعدل والأمانة. اللهم وفق القائمين على هذا المؤتمر وعلى صناعة الحلال في تايلاند وفي كافة دول العالم الإسلامي، وكافة الباحثين والخبراء وصناع القرار لما فيه خير البلاد والعباد. اللهم اجعل هذا المؤتمر خطوة موفقة نحو التعاون والتكامل بين الدول والمؤسسات الإسلامية. اللهم احفظ هذه البلاد وأهلها وبارك في تايلاند وأمنها واستقرارها، ووفقهم لكل ما فيه خير وسلام، وأعز الإسلام والمسلمين في هذه البلاد وفي كافة بلاد المسلمين عامة. اللهم اجعل ما تعلمناه حجة لنا لا علينا، وانفعنا به في حاضرنا ومستقبلنا. اللهم اجمعنا دائما على الحق والخير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك، نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. وصل اللهم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما.
Thank you very much, Engineer Moteb Al-Mezani, and please remain on the stage for the group photo session, please. Thank you very much. At this moment, may I kindly invite the executive team of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, together with our distinguished international speakers, to please make your way to the stage for the official closing group photograph of the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. I would like to invite all our international speakers, all our speakers of this conference. Please make your way to the stage to have a group photo together. This photograph represents more than a closing moment. It reflects the collective commitment, collaboration, and shared vision that have brought together science innovation, sustainability, and global halal expertise throughout this assembly. So we would like to invite all our executive team for the HSCCU and also our speakers of the assembly to have a group photo together. This image represents the shared journey we have taken together from academic discourse and innovation showcases to strategic discussions that will shape the future of Halal systems globally. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone who made Thailand Halal Assembly 2025 possible. And it has been an honor to witness the exchange of knowledge and shared commitment. And with this memorable moment on the stage, we now bring Thailand Halal Assembly 2025 to a close, wishing you a pleasant evening and continued success. And most importantly, everyone, we look forward to seeing you again at the Thailand Halal Assembly 2026. Thank you very much, everyone, to make the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025 possible. Thank you very much and สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you very much for all our speakers of this conference and our executive team from the HSECU. We really appreciate your contributions for this assembly, Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. And as I say that, we look forward to welcoming you again at the Thailand Halal Assembly 2026. Wishing to see you all again next year. And our executive team from the HSECU, please remain on this stage. And may I invite the staff and the organizing team from the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, to join us on this stage for a group photo. Please welcome all of you, our organizing team of the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. This team has been working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the success of Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. From academic coordination, international collaboration, to on-site operations throughout the event. This is our team from the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University. Your commitment, professionalism, and collective effort have truly made this assembly possible. And this is our organizing team and the staff from the HSCCU. What we are witnessing today is not only the success of a conference, but the result of career planning, long-term vision, and strong collaboration across teams and disciplines. The Halal Science Center at Chulalongkorn University has consistently demonstrated how science, integrity, and commitment can work together to strengthen the Halal ecosystem, not only at the national level, but also on the global stage. และนี่คือทีมผู้จัดงานของเรานะคะจากศูนย์วิทยาศาสตร์ฮาลาลจุฬาลงกรณ์มหาวิทยาลัยที่ได้ร่วมกันตั้งใจรังสรรค์งานประชุมวิชาการ แบบนี้ขึ้นมาในทุกๆปีที่ผ่านมารวมถึงปีหน้าๆที่พวกเราคาดหวังเป็นอย่างยิ่งว่าจะได้พบเจอกับทุกท่านอีกและรวมถึงทีมที่อยู่บนเวทีทุกท่านค่ะ Every session, every discussion, every exchange of knowledge throughout these 2 days reflects the dedication of them. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is the staff executive team from the HSCCU. And now, please remain on stage. Now may I invite all the guests, all the speakers of this conference to make your way to the stage to have a group photo together with the executive team from the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, and also the organizing team. Please welcome all the guests in this hall in this conference, Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. We would like to invite all of you to the stage to capture this memorable moment together with our organizing team. You are a very important part to make this event, the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025, possible. This photograph captures more than a ceremonial moment. It reflects the collective knowledge, dedication, and cooperation that have driven Thailand Halal Assembly 2025 forward. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have all of you, the organizing team, the executives from the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, our speakers, and all our guests from near and far. In this event, the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025. All right. Next, we will take a video together. Can you wave your hand, please? Three. Wave your hands. Thank you very much, and we look forward to welcoming you again at the Thailand Halal Assembly 2026. And yes, we have more guests to take a group photo with us. Actually, we can have this group photo until the day ends. Ladies and gentlemen, this photograph reflects the collective commitment and collaboration and shared vision that have brought together science, innovation, and sustainability throughout this assembly. Smile! One more video! Our distinguished guests. Wave your hand! All right. Okay, thank you very much, all of our distinguished guests, our organizing team, our executives from the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University. Thank you very much to make the Thailand Halal Assembly 2025 possible. My name is Sanya Kakao, and it has been my honor to serve as your MC for the past 2 days. And as I said, we look forward to welcoming you again at next year event, the Thailand Halal Assembly 2026. Thank you very much, everyone, and wish to see you next year. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. สวัสดีค่ะ